This is the story of a young Jewish girl named Leah Borak and her family. Leah lived in eastern Poland with her twin sister, her mother, and her father. They were a close-knit and happy family. Her father had been a wealthy landowner, so the family was pretty wealthy. Leah and her sister always wore nice clothing and had a lot of toys and dolls to play with. She liked to write poetry and sing songs with her friends. Her life changed drastically in 1941. The Holocaust started because of a man named Hitler, who was an anti-Semite. As we know, the prefix anti means opposed to or against, so anti-Semitism is prejudice against, hatred of, or discrimination against the Jewish people as an ethnic, religious, or racial group. While Leah was persecuted because she was Jewish, she was not the only group who was attacked. Essentially, anyone who was not a part of the Aryan race was targeted. In terms of the Holocaust, the Aryan race was seen as the superior master race and often consisted of people with blonde hair and blue eyes who were of Northern European descent. One day, Leah and her family were abruptly taken from their home by the Gestapo, who were the secret state police of the German army. They were organized to stamp out any political opposition. Her family was placed in a small ghetto with all of her neighbors. We may be able to use context clues and prior knowledge to better understand what a ghetto is. In this context, a ghetto is a section of a city that is separated by walls or wire fences where Jews were forced to live in cramped quarters. Leah was scared, and although her mother and father tried to tell her that everything would be okay, she continued to hear news that they were going to be taken to a place that was much worse. After 3 months of living in fear, the Germans came to the ghetto and rounded up Leah and all of the Jewish people, forcing them into overpacked vehicles with nothing to eat or drink. They took Leah to Auschwitz, which was one of the worst Nazi concentration camps. Again, using context clues and knowledge of the words it is made up of, we may be able to conclude that a concentration camp is where they imprisoned the persecuted groups of people, forcing them to do manual labor and oftentimes executing them in large masses. Leah and her sister were separated from their parents and forced to work from early in the morning to late at night with almost no food and under terrible conditions. The only thing that kept Leah going when she wanted to give up was having her sister by her side, and in 1945, Leah and her sister, along with all the other survivors at Auschwitz, were liberated.